What's going on, guys? This is Bahder, and I am the co-founder of Right Real Estate Group.
Sean Seabright, also the co-founder of the Right Real Estate Group. I am a homeowner. I am a father, and I have my spouse, boyfriend. We're not married. Soon.
I should
Yeah,
include that too. Then I'm also a husband and a new father. I have a year-old son, 17 months, I believe, coming up. And yeah, so basically, Sean and I have been wanting to do a podcast, and here we are. Podcast will be called Keys and Conversations.
yeah, that's right. That's right.
A little bit
Yeah,
more.
so we'll be focusing on real estate, of course. Buying, selling, investing, just all the drama, the trauma, the wins, the losses. Just give you a quick behind the scenes and just have an organic and authentic chat with everybody. But also we'll be talking about other things, other topics. It's not only going to be focused only on real estate. So that's why it's keys
And conversations.
and conversations.
Yeah. So basically, we're here to talk about real estate, real lives, and all the real talk that you don't really see in the cameras. Right?
Correct. Yeah. That's right. That's right.
Okay.
That's right.
So, as it is our first episode, just a little bit about us. Right?
Yeah.
You want to start first, Sean?
Yeah, certainly. So, okay. So I've been in real estate for about 5 years now. Prior to that, I was working in a financial institution. I was buying property while I was working there. Being an agent or buying property was always my passion. Long story short, I just went with it, saved up some cash, and got my license, and just dove headfirst. Didn't know what I was doing, didn't know where to go. Was just really finding my way. But at the end of the day, what I really knew was that I like to help people, get their home ownership dreams, as well as just help people, right? Like that's what it's all about, just helping
Exactly.
people.
Yeah.
So fast forward, I was doing as a solo agent for 3.5 years. Me and Bahder actually were introduced through our barber, Earl.
Yeah. Shout out to Earl.
Right, shout out to Earl. Keeps me fresh all the time.
Like
And
right
Bahder
now.
as well. Right. And then, we talked about it, but we didn't really, we were just hanging out, had some chats, didn't really get into it. And then we just decided that, let's start a company and start like helping more people together. Four arms are better than two. And that's what we figured. So that's my quick spiel. I know I was rambling, but yeah.
That's what it is on the podcast. That's what it is.
That's what it is. That's what it is.
As many of you probably seen the videos before, I'm not sure if not, if you're just tuning in, a little bit about myself is I used to work a 9-to-5 job as well, like Sean, where I was working at a B lending company as a merchant acquiring personnel. So what happened was, quick story short, I'll make it short because we only have 20 minutes.
We only have 20 minutes. Please make it short.
My parents, during the crash of 2008, my parents got a phone call. Agent came in. Somehow they signed a contract thinking, it's a good time to sell, which is not, because my parents don't know anything, right, at the moment, because they're immigrants and everything like that. So they believe like a sales guy.
Yeah.
So ended up wanting to sell, and then we found out that they were going to get penalized pretty hard, right? So a mortgage broker told us not to do the deal because the fine that he was going to get plus what we're going to do, and it was such a bad experience, John, that my mom was stressed out. She didn't sleep, she didn't do everything. And that's when I just kind of like enrolled myself in real estate school, RICO, the OREA class, and I realized everything that he was doing was totally illegal. He never told us that you could cancel a listing. He never told us that we have the right to have 24-hour notice or like more than an hour. It was such a bad experience that I just realized, if this is the type of people that's in this industry and they're making tons of money off of this and they're screwing over old innocent people like my parents, and I just decided to just become an agent.
Yeah.
And I took the leap of faith, and here I am, almost 10 years now.
Nice.
Yeah.
I'm glad that you kept that story short.
Yeah.
We know how you like to talk, so yeah.
Yeah, right. It's the other way around.
Seeing that this is episode 1, I guess what do you want to talk about?
So maybe what we could cover is right now of what we've been seeing a lot. Just this kind of like what we want to cover, the topics in this podcast. Just a little bit about how it felt when you and your partner purchased the home. A little bit,
Yeah,
like, personal as well. Too,
yeah. We'll
right?
keep it personal. We'll keep it personal. So yeah, so I do live with my spouse, my partner. That process wasn't easy. It's funny because when you're on the other side and you realize how stressful it can be to just get a mortgage, find the property that you like mutually,
Yeah.
find the location that you like mutually, the size, what type of asset, condo, townhouse, detached, whatever the case may be. So it was difficult at the beginning, just having those conversations and just going through that whirlwind of emotions because there's highs and lows. I've done this before, so I'm a little bit more calm and collective. My partner was just, a little, I'm not going to call her out. She was up and down.
You gotta get in trouble regardless.
Yeah, it was up and down. She was a little up and down. So, but I would say that we did find a spot. She actually found the spot.
Nice.
If it was me, we would have picked something else.
A non-realtor found the spot.
A non-realtor found the spot. I was looking at something else. She saw something else. We went there on the 11th hour, found it, locked it in. I would say the stressful part was more just getting the mortgage.
Yeah.
Especially with these times, it's hard to get qualified, especially for what you're trying to get at. So it was more just scrambling, moving things around, doing this and that, and that could be very stressful.
Mm-hmm.
But we were able to lock it in, and now we're at our house, which is hopefully we'll be there for many, many years.
Perfect. That's awesome. Cool story, man.
Yeah.
And what else do you like doing other than just buying and purchasing property, Sean?
I think that's about it, to be honest with you.
What about Defeat Father Time? Tell us about Defeat Father Time.
Defeat Father Time. So I go to F45, and so I like the HIIT workout. I like my morning workouts. I've been going to F45. Listen, hold on. Let's backtrack. I've been going to F45 for probably.
This is not a paid advertisement.
It's not a paid
ad, by the way.
If you guys do want, you could go to F45 Peterborough. Yeah. But I've been going to F45 for probably about 5-6 years now.
Nice.
Love it. Just love the synergy. Love the community. Love that you can just walk in. Every workout's different, and you don't have to. You follow just a teleprompter, right, or the screen, and they tell you to work out. For me, that works for me. Loved it so much. I was fortunate enough to be a part owner in F45 Peterborough. If you guys would like, I'll have my contact information below. But but yeah, I was fortunate enough to be a partner with one. But yeah, so I do F45 in the mornings. I love to play basketball, watch basketball, also take care of my family.
Nice.
And travel. Travel is really important to me. Just different cultures, just exploring different parts of the world.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, that's pretty much me in a nutshell. If we're doing those, the cartoon, the figurines in the package.
That's everyone's doing.
There will be an airplane, F45, weights, basketball, for sale sign, and then myself.
Nice.
And also my son and my partner.
And your dog.
And my dog, capital P. Yeah. Yeah. What about you? What about you?
Man. Let's see. Other than real estate, obviously, like I mentioned, I'm a newly dad. He's turning 18 months, 17 months, 18 months. I don't know what.
Yeah.
Started walking, so that's been a lot, keeping me on my toes right now. My wife is currently right now opening a new champagne lounge. So the past 2 weeks has been super hectic at home.
Which we're going to tonight.
Yeah,
And, should be a vibe.
Yeah, and so we've been very busy this week, and my dad's right now watching him, and he's stressed out because he has to change the diapers. Just got off the phone with him. That's
Wait,
fun.
he didn't change. Hold on, he didn't change your diapers?
No.
Okay.
My dad's old school. He's the guy that's
Hold on. What does that mean? What does old school mean?
Old school means that he woke up, went to work, My mom stayed home.
Oh, okay,
And
got
did
it, got it,
that
got it,
stuff. You
got it,
know what
got
I
it,
mean?
got it,
So he
got it.
doesn't have no idea. So this was probably his first diaper he changed.
Oh, wow.
I had to be on FaceTime with him. So that was fun. Outside of that, I am heavily involved in the martial arts community. Up where I am in Keswick, I'm part of Rumble Martial Arts. I teach Wednesday's class there for the women's boot camp, teens, and also the adult class.
Nice.
And so recently, I've been doing martial arts, Muay Thai mainly for the past 15 years. And then now I just dabbled into jiu-jitsu, which I'm going to compete the first time ever, May 4th. So it's been a while since I've competed. Last time I competed, I think, was 2016.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's a little bit.
So if anyone messes with you, you're gonna kick their ass. That's what you're gonna do.
No fighting here.
No fighting.
I'm peaceful guy.
No, really.
But outside of that, wintertime, I love snowboarding. I ride a motorcycle. Yeah, it's not as cool like Sean.
Nah,
you know?
no, you're cool. You're rather
But
motorcycle, man.
This is it. I don't have an F45.
Oh gosh.
You
Don't
know
do
what I
it.
mean?
Don't do it. Don't do it.
But yeah, that's just about me. And obviously, my wife, she's pretty cool. You know, she opened up. I met her during COVID. She came from Vancouver. She opened up a couple of restaurants in Toronto.
Yeah.
And yeah, since then it's just a great team. And yeah, it
So
works out well.
let's dial it back again. So backstory. So I actually know his wife before I met Bahder. So she was
Sean's the mayor, by the way. He knows everybody.
she was at the restaurant. You know, we had mutual friends, and so she was my plug to get into the restaurant and to get into the club and so forth. So so this was before COVID. COVID happens now, and we started doing some workouts outside. Bahder came because we all had mutual friends, so we're just all working outside by City Place downtown Toronto. And then we're like, hey man, let's go to a cottage, you know. So we're like, yeah, we'll go to a cottage. So we went to the cottage. Me and Bahder were supposed to be bunked up not in the same bed, relax, in the guest suite, right? But I was noticing that the energy that him and his wife had, you know, they're by the stars, you know, having great conversations, leaving me out in the cold. So I was third wheeling. I was like, you know what? So I was like, you know what, you guys, I'm gonna go in the main house. You guys go in the guest house, and you guys could talk. And then from that day on, it's been
It's been good.
It's been good.
Year and a half after he got married, and yeah, now we have a
Married,
boy.
kid, yeah.
So expedited that situation.
Real quick.
Yeah.
Real quick. Okay.
So let's see what else we got here to chat about, Sean. As you know, this is our first.
It's our first, so there's gonna be a lot. There's gonna be some hiccups.
Obviously.
It'll be clean as we progress and as we grow and, you know, get the hang of things. But, you know, we're trying something, right? So
Yeah, so this is like our first episode, Keys to Conversation, where later on we're going to have guest appearances.
Yeah, we'll have some
know,
guests. We'll
Probably
have some
to
guests.
start off, maybe our spouses, maybe, who knows.
Yeah.
We're going to talk to you guys about the stories that's happened to us daily. In
Daily.
regards to daily transactions, crazy clients,
Yeah.
you know.
Because to be honest, like, we want to show the behind the scenes, because I know everyone watches HGTV and Netflix and Selling Sunset, and everything just looks like
not like
glitz and glamour online, right? All you see is the just sold and, you know, done deal or whatever, and it's not even close, right? Like, so we really want to show the behind the scenes, show the realness
Yep.
of like the transaction, going through things, the highs and lows, contracts falling through, not working well with an agent, just all the behind the scenes stuff, right? So to give you the real deal, because people just don't understand. They just think that, you put a house on the market and you sell and you make money.
Exactly.
Which is really not the case.
And even like, for example, this week alone, me and Sean talked how many hours after work and stuff, just to like impossible deals.
Yeah.
We've gone through like all the shitty deals that we've done and like getting bamboozled. But in the end of the day, it's like, it's part of it, right?
It's part of the game. It's part of the game. It's a fruitful game, but it also could be a dirty game. So we want to show, you know, the pros and cons, the highs and lows, and like I said, just the realness of things. Because I'm a real guy. You know what I mean? Like I'm a guy. I'm a real guy. Bahder's a real guy.
Guy said someone oh, that's so funny. But yeah, so the next episode what we're gonna do is gonna be episode number 2.
Yeah.
We're gonna talk about.
I don't know yet.
You don't know yet?
No. We'll figure it out. We're gonna figure it out on the fly. Yeah, we'll have some. Right, episode 1 is more just an intro of us.
Yeah.
Just showcasing our personalities and just how we interact and go about our our day-to-day lives.
And then also at the same time, if you guys have any ideas of what to talk about,
yeah, throw in the comments.
Hear anything? Obviously, we're gonna run through purchasing your first home, how to sell your house, investment abroad. We're gonna talk about all those things because we do have a lot of partners that we work with in Dubai, in Tulum, Costa Rica,
Greece,
just to name a few that if you guys are not thinking about investing in Toronto, we have some solutions for you guys.
Yeah.
Right. And anything else that you want to talk about?
Thank you for tuning in. I hope you guys will find this a very light and fun podcast.
Yeah.
Something a little different than the norm.
Yeah.
We're not trying to make it
too serious,
aesthetically pleasing, still professional, but like I said, give it more of an authentic, organic conversation that we're gonna have amongst each other, also with some guests, and just hopefully you guys find it enjoyable.
Yeah. So follow us on Instagram.
Yeah.
We have a Bozrite group. We also have that on YouTube and TikTok.
Okay. What's your personal handle?
My personal handle is my name, Bahder Bustamam.
All right. Now I'm Rooks05.
And we'll get in touch why his name is Rooks.
Long story short, once again, I moved to this neighborhood in Scarborough, East End. Holler at me.
Top 5, don't add him.
Top three. So I moved to this neighborhood in Scarborough, Glendower, Finch and Birchmount. I was new to the neighborhood, so they're like, we're kids, right? And we're like, it was me and this other kid, and we're like, who's gonna be rookie of the year, right? So we're playing like different sports, baseball, basketball, football. Mm-hmm. So I won rookie of the year. So they're like, rookie. So I started off as rookie, right? And then as I've grown to probably like grade 9, then there was rooks, right? And then as I've grown into my career, well, not into my career. So prior to that, and then in high school, a select few of my friends were calling me ice cream, right? Because I make the ladies melt, right? So it was ice cream. And then as I've grown into my career, and then now it's Sean. But most people didn't know my name was Sean until I was like a real estate agent. Everyone just called me Rooks. No one knew my name was Sean because everyone just knew me as Rooks. So that's where it came from. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have any of that. It's just Bahder.
Just Bahder?
Just Bahder.
B? Capital
Just
B?
B. Just B.
Just B. Okay.
Like I said, I'm not as cool as Sean. Simple guy.
Yeah. So, thank you for tuning in.
Remember to like, follow, and share.
Yep.
Anything, like I said, Instagram is Bozrite Group. Same as YouTube. And then also on TikTok. Bozrite Real Estate Group.
Yeah.
So come follow us, check us out, and more content coming to you soon.
Yes. Thank you.